Howdy my friends, and welcome back to more Let's Play Zombies Ate My Neighbors for the Sega Genesis. This is Sky Hurricane, and let's move on to the next 4 levels. Last part we began this. We began trying to thwart Dr. Tongue's plans, and now we're taking on level 5. Weird Kids on the Block. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, I am gonna also try to take off every non-responding enemy. So every pod plant, all that good stuff like that. Which can be, pretty annoying. I don't like these pod plants because they always make me take hits. But I did not take it there. Which is pretty sweet. Yeah, one was behind that tree is going to made me take it. Which would make me really sad. So far I haven't taken any hits, but this level can be real hard to do. Trying not to take any hits. Whatnot. I'm going to mainly avoid cabinets too, because I don't want to take damage from that. It's really hard to say which of these is easier, the Genesis or the Super Nintendo version. I don't need that water pistol up there. But notice, here's a main structural difference here. This is completely different. In the Super Nintendo, they have a hedge you can bust open and get a mystery potion there. And some mushrooms, I think's in there. It will kill you, but not in this version. Five sodas to kill that. I could use the Weed Whacker to kill it, but I would risk taking a hit, And I really would rather not do that. I really probably don't need this water pistol, or this fire extinguisher. I think I'm probably going to end up having more than enough by the end of this. Alright. And when the door pops up, it actually makes a sound when the door pops up in this game. It doesn't do that in the Super Nintendo. The poor guy with his tattoo. Looked like it has is there a cross-shaped tattoo? Kind of hard to tell. Pyramid of Fear, level 6. It ain't that fearful. It probably is your first time playing. It is pretty scary your first time, I'm not even gonna lie. But a lot of things are scary your first time. Ooh, points. Hard to say. Got something in there, I don't know what it is. Just like in the Super Nintendo, you can get stuff in those. Looks like I got more water pistol, but hard to know. I really do like this pyramid music, though. I really actually like this. Hard to say if I like it better than the Super Nintendo, because I like it as well. But this sounds really cool, actually. Really cool. Nothing in that. Oh, what a disappointment. Clowns, ooh. I will gladly take. And interestingly, a lot of the enemies, when you hit them in this version, they do not flash. So, like the mummy there you saw did not flash when I was hitting him. So you may wonder, am I even impacting the enemy? Cool. Some money. But you just have to trust that you're making a difference, Alright. Moving on to level 7. Now, I didn't get my speeches ready because you're going to see another major difference here. In the Super Nintendo version, you have only like 7 seconds to get the tourist. In this version, however, you'll see. Dr. Tongue's Castle of Terror. See a major difference. So, get the Taurus couple there. The Taurus are in the same place. And this castle music, this is really cool too. So you have plenty of time to get those Taurus without worrying about them transforming in this version. Because look, it's still not 100% dark. So far, I think I've killed every pod plant. If the zombie starts going toward the cheerleader when you come down there, you definitely want to retreat and, you know, let him despawn. But he didn't in that case. He just kind of stuck around. Yeah, another Pandora's box down there. But yeah, I like this variation of the castle music. Once again, it's hard to say if I like it better, but I actually really like this. It sounds more... Oh, that's my first hit. I let off the cross too early. It's hard to say, though. Sounds a lot more melancholic than the Super Nintendo version. Which is interesting. More fire extinguisher. I want to show something. You know, it takes 5 squirts with the water pistol when they're not frozen. But only 2 squirts if they're frozen. So, just like in the Super Nintendo, when you freeze an enemy, you kill it with half as many shots. So, you know, for really tough enemies, that's always good. You know, werewolves, ants. Yes, we'll see werewolves and ants. Get a Martian bubble gun, our first one. But yeah, really cool. And the graphics are pretty neat too in the castle. You know, like the rug, instead of being the yellow rug, is kind of purple. Which I know in the Super Nintendo it kind of turns orange. Dark orange. Almost like the red rug. It's kind of hard to differentiate them. But in this, in the Genesis here, it turns purple, which is pretty cool. Oh, and they actually don't have the palette animation there. Huh. In the Super Nintendo, they do. So, that's another thing. Because this would normally be kind of bubbling. And I don't know if it'll be like that in all the castle levels or not. But anyway, pretty cool. Kind of sad that I took my first hit, but oh well. It'll be alright. Oh, victim saved bonus. Sweetness. It's only 240 points from our next little award thing. Titanic Toddler. Let's do it. Kind of frozen to start weirdly. Now, yeah, the big baby. I like that lime green, you know, because they're blue in the Super Nintendo, but it kind of looks cool there. That bright green color. So normally you would have a Pandora's box over here, but this one you only have a Weed Whacker. Which I guess really makes more sense, you know, with it being a grass level. I mean, why would you have a Pandora's box in a grass level? It makes sense for them to be in pyramids. Hoping this big baby will come over here. I know I'm wasting my water pistol. If he'll come over, I can get a hit on him. And it's kind of cool in this version what happens when you do hit the big baby. Well, didn't really get to hear it there. Yeah, he actually goes uh-oh when you hit him. He doesn't do that in the original. In the original, I keep saying it. In the Super Nintendo, yeah, in the Super Nintendo, the uh-oh was in the music, which I like the music a lot better. They don't have, I don't even know if they have the Big Baby soundtrack in the Genesis here. They just have the Chainsaw Hedge Maze using. Okay, I used my last one. It's unfortunate. And it hadn't even smashed me flat yet, I don't know. It did hit me, but it didn't smash me when it did it. Yeah, you don't want to go out there into the field because that big baby will kill, you know, possibly several of your victims. Several of your neighbors. Whatever you want to call them. Okay, this is not working. So hard to get a hit on it. There we go. I knew it had to almost been dead. Jeez. No, that didn't take long at all, did it? Alright. But pretty much, you know, nothing to worry about once the big baby's done. Now, there's actually nothing behind this tree. Oh, there was something back there. What was it? Pandora's box? Oh, I thought I was out of Pandora's boxes. Maybe that's what was behind there. But not money behind it like in the Super Nintendo. Whatever, though. We'll take what we can get. Alright, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Seems like this is going very quickly. Of course, you know, this is the original. The levels really aren't that short, unlike some of the hacked versions of this game, which take you forever to get through the levels. But yeah, if you're following along, password SBRZ. So, I know on the internet, the passwords for the Super Nintendo version are all over the place, but there are no passwords listed for the Genesis version, so here you are. If you're following along, you can get the passwords for all 10 victims. Assuming that I can keep all 10 throughout this, which I hope I can, surely. But at any rate, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all have a super awesome, blessed, wonderful day. And as always, my friends, stay awesome. Goodbye, y'all.